is indefinite and covers 100% of the country. These actions are taking place the first weekend after Congress has fully returned to session from its recess. Efforts are underway to include an eviction moratorium in the budget bill currently under consideration. The Cancel the Rent movement is a nationwide. The Cancel the Rent is a nationwide movement that was initiated at the start of the 2020 pandemic to demand that the U.S. government cancel the rent and mortgages, stop all evictions and foreclosures. Over the past year, it has organized several national days of action in coordination with over 50 cities, including London, Arkansas, Caravan protest. And before we continue, I just want to highlight an ongoing struggle in Alabama. Coal miners with the United Mine Workers have been on strike against Warrior Met Coal Incorporated since April 1st of 2021 this year. And the workers have been fighting for increased wages, improved scheduling, and additional time off. And during this time, they've been fighting for each other. And at a protest held in New York City, that sign said, "We are one." We share the same struggles as they do. We are one with them as part of the same working class. So today we'll be kicking off our action with the car caravan. We'll be making our way through town, mostly through the south side. We have our cars decorated with signs. But be sure to make some noise, beep your horns, you can chant, cancel the rent, housing is the right, and stop all evictions now, that kind of thing. And during the drive, be sure to follow the rules of the road. Let's stay together. But for some reason, we got separated, so we got to the ending. We'll be ending at the Fulton Park behind the Water Street Mission Shelter, which is off Water Street. So we can get going, get things off. All right, nice. So I will be leading. You're cool leading? Yeah. Okay. And I'll be the tail. So
in case we get separated, we just meet at the park.
Just meet at the park. Yeah.
If you can pull over, do, but you know, there's heavy street parking everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, or just head to the park. Okay. I mean, the drive is, I think it's about 4 miles. It'll probably take about.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think we'll be okay. So yeah, I'm here. So I'm sorry if I.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
So this is, as you can see, the nationwide action for canceling the rents. We're getting started to go on the caravan now. So I know it looks a little funky, but this is what we're doing. Okay. Can you turn that down for me? Can you turn that down for me? Oh, sorry, but it'll take the copyright infringement and all that crap. One of these days, I'm going to get one of those joints so like I can play actual people's music and not get sued for it. Because I hate that. Anyway, we're here to do a car caravan for Cancel the Rents. Nationwide action by the Party for Socialism and Liberation, which is a nationwide organization. That is what it says, to be quite honest. And we will be driving to Cullerton Park here in Lancaster to meet there and listen to a few people speak. And again, as I said, I did a podcast last night about this today. So if you are free today, look it up. There is one local in your area. I'm telling you now.
That could be continuous running.
Is that?
Do you have it continuous running? Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I think I got a cookout going on over there.
Okay. I don't know if I beat my horn. If it's
Yeah, sure. No, you're fine. Do
Yeah.
you? Well, yeah, beeping the horn might help.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of something to speak for.
Especially once we get downtown.
Yeah.
Again, if you're tuning in, this is the Cancel the Rents nationwide action. It's a car caravan here in Lancaster City.
Well, we're going down to Duke Street, if I remember right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did we already get separated?
Yeah.
Yep.
I know I'd have to wrap my minds, but I wrote it down. But I don't know where I put the paper.
So like, I don't know who's listening, but we had a conversation just earlier, because I've gone through the situation of the emergency rental assistance program, and I applied in March. I didn't get approved until September. And as we all know, the money is there. The money's been there. But for some reason, there's this huge bottleneck, right? And I think for me personally, if it wasn't for me hounding the program, the people of the program, along with other people hounding them as well, I don't think I would have gotten approved as soon as I did. And I know that there's many other people that are in the same situation as me that probably don't even know where they stand with things. And that's the tough part. And that's part of the inspiration of why we're here. But this has been going on for over a year. And being that the moratorium was ended, things are going to get really bad. I mean, they already are, but no one's talking about it. And not many are doing much of anything at all about it. But nonetheless, if you can, if you are, if you're willing, if you're able, it's always important to still get out.
Cancel the rents!
Yes.
I think it was a wedding.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Do you have enough room?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cancel the rats! The only thing about going downtown without the lights.
Yeah.
And they're not timed well. At
Never.
all. At all.
It's a beautiful day out, so gotta expect everybody out chilling.
Do you know, like, is there proposed legislation in Congress, anything like that, for an indefinite nationwide
Right.
eviction moratorium?
Not for indefinite. I think there is something in the as I mentioned, I think they were just about bringing back the moratorium again
Okay.
because it's set to expire October 2nd. We're like the first week of October.
Okay.
And yeah, and that was the Supreme Court thing that had happened.
Cancel the rat.
Right.
there anything like on a more like localized level, like in PA being discussed, or like even like
Within the county, not really. Cancel the rents.
cancel the rents?
Yeah, within the county, not that I know of. I don't know what sort of ability like city council or the county commissioners have. But I know like they did get the CARES. I think it was the CARES Act, and I think there's like the is it like the Save America Act, or like there's another one, I can't remember the name of it, but they got millions and millions of dollars. And they're trying to, I know county commissioner, I think it's Josh Parsons, is trying to say that like, oh, we don't need it, the pandemic's over, which is totally not true.
Right. Cancel the rent.
Oh, we gotta take a detour. Yeah, I'm not sure what the powers are, what their capabilities are locally. In a statewide, I'm sure there's ways they could.
Cancel the rent. Cancel the rent.
Cancel the rents. Skits. Cancel the rents.
Cancel the rent.
Cancel the rents. I don't think I've ever been down this street.
I've been down this street.
I mean,
So many
I've
other
been
ones.
down most of them. But as I said, this one doesn't look familiar.
This is Lime.
This is Lime.
It curves and
Oh.
goes, yeah, but it's still Lime.
Cancel the rent.
Cancel the rents. Oh, I know where we are. Okay. We're kind of parallel to South Duke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Duke's right up
Right.
here.
Okay.
But the way that like Lime is parallel to Duke, but the way Lime curves at the
Right.
end,
Yeah.
it makes it run into it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's just that last little leg of Lime.
Mm-hmm. I definitely know this street here. I know Duke and
Just
West
Chesapeake.
School and all of that.
Yeah.
Right over there.
You see, Southeast and Southwest both really do have a lot of people, and the South Side too. But you wouldn't really know, like they're so compacted in. Like where I live in Southwest, it's pretty compacted, but then there's other places in Southwest where it's pretty nice. But Southeast is just different.
Oh, here we are, all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're about a mile from Final Destination. Cancel the rents!
Cancel the rent.
Cancel the rents!
John was talking big one day. Cancel the rent. About organizing like a renters union.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's something definitely needed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a labor union, but
Yep.
for renters.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're powerful in numbers, and that's the way to do it. Because all these.
Right. I mean, there's more of us than there are of them.
Absolutely, and you think about
Here in Lancaster, yeah.
all the things that landlords do.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
And all the things that landlords do that they get away with, and they have all the power because they have the resources. And like, I don't have the time or resources to fight like a bill that's late or
Not
like,
individually.
Yeah.
No. Cancel the rent.
cancel the rents.
Cancel the rent. Cancel the rent.
Oh, good.
You're gonna have it. Come on down. This is Farnham now, I think.
Yes.
Used to be called German Street. Cancel the rents.
Mhm.
I didn't see it initially, but I don't know that yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Could you imagine everyone trying to get out of here at once?
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel like these are just subcompacts.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was never this tight though. They expanded the grass and stuff
Oh.
and the curb back that way.
Do you guys have enough room to get out, or do you want me to back
Mhm.
up and let you out, and I
I
can
have
pull back
room.
in?
I just told you.
Okay.
We are here at the park so we can listen to people speak.
Oh, that is. Oh my.
That was the little caravan through the city, parts of the city, and now we're at the park.
At this point, I kind of
Excuse me.
Huh?
I pulled in pretty crooked. Like you kind of tell that.
Oh no, here we go.
I
So we got
know.
John Pell, Josh,
That's true, John
John.
Tell.
Chris,
Joey,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Mhm.
Yeah, we take Chris, you and I are the only ones that,
No. Yeah.
I think we got a baseball game going on.
Works for me.
They redid this park not too long ago, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, completely redid it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Because I swear, I know I've been down here before, but I swear it looked different.
Mhm.
1.15 at sea level. 2.15. If you want more information, the resources. Yeah. Huh? Oh. Give it to me. Check, check. 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 Check, check. That working? Okay. Is it the 435, right? Let's give it a It's important that we're out here today. The crisis that we're seeing unfold in the U.S. is something that's completely avoidable that could have solved very easily at the start of the pandemic. Rent and mortgages could and should be canceled. It would only take a small percentage of the annual military budget, which is over $700 billion. And by the way, the Defense Department is asking for even more money from Congress for the 2022 year. Instead of funding the U.S. war machine to invade and relentlessly bomb other countries, we need to demand that this money be used here at home. This money should be for housing, jobs, and education for all. These are things that benefit the working class and not just a handful of billionaires. We also need to build our power in numbers. As evictions loom over us here in Leicester, we need a strong tenants union to defend ourselves and our communities from the parasitic landlords and property managers who have a firm hold. Together, we can fight back against skyrocketing rent and demand safe and equitable housing for all. We can start this by talking with our neighbors, wherever we are, whether we're in an apartment building, a row house, or a townhouse. We have a few speakers today who will be talking about their experiences here in Manchester. And first, we'd like to bring up John Salatolan. That cool? Sure. Wait, do you want this? That's fine.
Is this?
Oh. Maybe I
You didn't have it loud enough.
Oh.
Cancel the fucking rent!
Cancel the rent!
Cancel the fucking rent!
Cancel the rent!
Cancel the fucking rent!
Cancel the rent!
There we go. Who's next?
I have
y'all want me to chant? I'll chant.
I have sorry, let me right. When tenants' rights are under attack, what do we do? Rise up, fight back.
When tenants' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When tenants' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Rise up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Cancel the rents!
Cancel the rents!
Cancel the fucking rents!
Cancel the rents!
I didn't have anything written down.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I would have been like,
That's cool. I was gonna have you go. Want me to open that? How do you squeeze the side.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to go over some stats about Lancaster City, and they're from the U.S. Census Bureau. So people that are under 18 in Lancaster City are 23.3% of the population. So in other words, when you want to kick all these people out onto the streets, almost a quarter of them will be children. The median age in Lancaster is 30. In Lancaster City is 32, and the owner-occupied housing is 43%. So that means there's less than half the people in Lancaster City owning their house, and thus subject to all these landlords and anything they want to do to you. The median household income is $45,000, and the average household is about 2.5. And they're out here selling these houses for $200,000, $300,000, and expect people to live in them.
Woo!
The persons in poverty in Lancaster City is 24%. 24% of people in Lancaster City live in poverty. It's unacceptable.
that ain't right.
The median value of an owner-occupied housing unit, that means somebody owns a house to pay a mortgage, is only $114,000. And yet our housing prices keep climbing and they keep kicking people out. So that's just some stats I want to talk about. We currently have a mortgage for our house. We're lucky to have that. But before that, we were under a landlord, and a terrible landlord. He owns over 80 properties in Lancaster City. And there's just no way to keep up with all those amount of people and properties. And we had a pretty terrible experience where we lived. The house was built in 1820, wasn't even supposed to be a house. We would constantly get bugs, and we would ask for that issue to be addressed. It was never addressed. There was mice. There was probably 20 mice in a winter, and that was never addressed. And this is just one example of probably many, and I'm sure people have a lot worse than we've had it. We had T-shirts stuffed in certain places that were insulation, and yeah, just going on and on. I mean,
That was awesome. Find me on Facebook. I'm gonna clip that and send it to you.
Okay, cool.
I share similar experiences as Josh. I've had a landlord who had holes in our ceiling in our third floor, and when we told him about it, like, yeah, there's a little bit of black mold there. Let me get some vinegar and some paper towels, and I'll just wipe it off. Didn't fix the hole in the ceiling where rain was coming in. I had a landlord after we moved out who increased the rent by $600. Went from $1,000 to $1,600 in the middle of a pandemic. People can afford that. I've had other landlords just negligent, just not fix the things that needed to be fixed. So we had mice or bug infestations, and they wouldn't do anything about it. Or he'd take instead of like being 24-hour turnaround time on it, be weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks before anything would get done. And that's not right. That's not safe housing, especially when you have a kid. Next, I would like to bring up Michelle, who is with Lancaster Bail Funds. It's important to connect different issues, especially with things like prison reform and abolition, to issues with housing, whether it's houselessness, safe housing, and equitable housing, as I just mentioned. So here's Michelle. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Josh. And
Look closer.
all right, thank you all. Josh is totally right. You cannot separate the issue of mass incarceration from the issue of housing, right? All right, so my name is Michelle. I'm the president and founder of the Lancaster Bail Fund. We've been a nonprofit corporation here in PA for the last 2 months or so. And we bailed out 4 people. All the people we've bailed out have been designated as homeless on the court paperwork, all right? One of the individuals we bailed out was evicted from his home, failed to vacate it, and was arrested the morning he was supposed to be out, taken straight to jail. He was in our county prison for a trespassing charge for being in his own apartment. We really need to stop and think what it is that we're doing as a society, where we're punishing people for lack of housing instability, criminalizing poverty. Our county commissioners are talking about spending hundreds of millions of dollars on a new jail, on a bigger jail, when the reality is that 72% of the people that are in there are there pre-trial. It is the largest homeless population in our county, largest homeless shelter, if you will, and that just isn't right. That's just not right. We need to demand that that money go into resources to help prevent people coming into contact with our system. And yeah, you can find information on Lancaster Bail Fund at lancasterbailfund.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and we are welcome to community participation, volunteers, referrals. If you know someone that's been arrested and incarcerated, we've got money. Not a lot of it, but we want to bail people out, all right? So volunteers welcome, money, donations welcome, and questions or comments, I'm always available. Thank you. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why they don't stop on the rising rent?
Well, that's exactly one of the issues, isn't it?
Yeah,
So we
I
need to
mean,
cap
it
that
wouldn't
stuff.
be so bad
Right.
if the rents were lower.
I think I heard that in July they increased 8% for single family units, and that's like the biggest increase they have had, like that rent have experienced ever.
That's stupid.
Because nobody keeps the landlords in check. They can raise it. No one's
Yeah.
going to oversee them.
Yep.
They can just do what
They can do what they want.
The people that own the properties have all the resources and the power to do whatever they want. And as a single person, like I don't have time or the resources or the money to fight against a bad landlord.
I just can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I live on retirement. And
Right,
I
yeah.
can't afford
And
that.
that's not going up 8% every month.
Well, I live with my daughter. I'm lucky she's my landlord.
Right.
Not a
And
problem.
not everybody has that. Not
Yeah,
everybody
but
has
even
that
if I wanted
situation.
to,
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to rent, I wouldn't be able to.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
they're just too high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why haven't they?
Yeah.
Why doesn't our arrested? Because
Yeah.
look at all our people
Yeah.
homeless people out.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
really don't like that. I'm wealthy. I don't know about it. I don't.
Well, we can all do something about it still by having conversations like this, talking to each other, collecting,
Yes.
organizing, letting the people that are in charge here know what it is that the people want. Because we're the majority. The majority of people don't have money. The majority of people are doing, on the other side of these like predatory contracts. So we have the power, really. We
Yes.
just need to
We gotta
start
take hold of
acting
it.
like it.
Another
Right,
problem
right.
is that the city has raised all the water bills for the landlords, all the taxes. The school taxes are phenomenal.
Astronomical.
There's a
And
big
they have
reason
to
behind
pay
that.
those school taxes and all the other things besides that.
Yep.
That's making it hard for the landlords because the landlords can't take and pay it if they don't raise the rent.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like a whole
Right.
thing. So the city has to do something about that.
Yep.
Thank
Thank you for stopping by.
Not like mom and pop landlords. You know what I mean? Like we should be
No.
like landlords. It's like
It's that private equity
bigger.
firm that comes in and buys the whole neighborhood.
Exactly.
I know, it's not like one person renting out their house.
Like ours, they do 80 properties. Like, you can't be like, whole thing.
Like
my
that
business on that.
taxes and bothering them. Oh yeah.
He owns one of the biggest residential houses. Yes, but they can just keep raising it. It's gonna stop them.
Yeah.
Raising. Are you gonna move out? Probably not gonna move out.
Yeah.
When tenants' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When tenants' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When tenants' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Cancel the rent.
Cancel the rents.
Cancel the rent.
Cancel the rents.
Cancel the rent.
Cancel the rents.
Y'all are great. Thank you for coming out today and being part of this movement that is being built across this country. We weren't alone today. I know we're kind of small locally, but there's rallies across the country, thousands and thousands of people all across the country. As Frederick Douglass said, without struggle, there is no progress. We are united in our belief that capitalism, the system in which wealth and power is held by a tiny group of billionaires in their state, is the source of the main problems confronting humanity today. It must be replaced by socialism, a system where poor and working people have power, and the wealth of society is used in a planned and sustainable way to meet people's needs. And before I forget, Joey, do you want to still speak?
I want to speak more directly to you guys, so I don't need a megaphone or anything.
Okay.
Keep it informal. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm over this time, Ben.
Yeah.
As we come to a close of this action today, as we go each our separate ways, I'd like to encourage everyone to consider, if they haven't already, how to become involved in their community. There's so much to be done to make progress, to build communities and the world we want to see. There are lots of organizations out there, such as the ones represented here today. Thank you for joining us.
Leon. Blah.